Welcome back to another video. It has been a crazy day and it's been a truly humbling day. I have to be honest. No, all jokes aside, I don't want to even joke about it. I know I use that word a lot lately, but it truly is to see the support that I get from y'all on this channel. Last week I hit 30,000 subscribers, and I always say that I never thought I'd get more than 100. I watched these other YouTube videos, these other YouTubers, KOLs, whatever the term is this week they want to use, and talking to Passive Crypto Mining earlier in the Discord, telling them his production value is beyond anything I've ever seen on any other YouTuber's video. And you look at him, you look at a lot of these other guys, and I don't have any of that flashy stuff. Can't do all the editing. And the fact that y'all still come back supporting me. And today we had this entropy drop with the Entropy Miner. And I thought a couple of people would use my code, and it was crazy. Crazy. It was so crazy. Like I even had to get my blood pressure cuff out. And when I took a blood pressure reading, it said tilt. And that's an old joke. Some of y'all might have to go ask your parents what that is. Old pinball game thing, we ain't got time for all that nostalgia stuff. That's how crazy today was. Watching the amount of Entropy Ashlar miners that were being sold, and in a couple of hours sold out. 1,000 Entropy Ashlars sold out. I tried warning y'all. There are people already on Discord saying, man, I thought I was going to have a chance to get one later. I told y'all there were half of them. I want to say half of them. I think they said half of them were already reserved. Y'all knew this was going to be a hot thing, but with those of y'all who got them, congratulations. We're going to check, y'all know yesterday I sent my deep undercover reporter. He put his little mask on and put a Ethereum hat on so nobody would recognize him. And I sent him into the Solana store yesterday, picked up some Ashlar miners, even though I do have one also coming from the Entropy team. I thank them very much. And then I also bought one today on Helium Deploy. So I have 3 coming right now. So I practice what I preach. And I sent my deep undercover guy last night into that. I showed y'all some videos. And now tonight he's at the big Entropy Party they're having. They had to move it around a little bit because of some weather. My guy told me it was storming down there today. But I got a couple of videos of the party. And look, I wish I could be there with him. But maybe next time. So let's talk a couple of things. This is going to be a very short video, mostly a thank you video. Go over a couple of the numbers that I saw today and just discuss a couple of things about that. Some questions that came up from some people, some things I saw on the website. Nothing too long. We're going to go over that and let's get to it. All right, so here it is. This is the big website. This is kind of like the after party, after New Year's Eve, New Year's, New York Times Square, and everybody's going through later with the brooms and stuff like that, cleaning up. They're cleaning up after the party. And actually there's a party going on. We're going to check in on that in a second. But as far as Helium Deploy goes, wiped out, sold out, restocking soon, trying to speak to all the insiders. I'm not the only one. There's several people already asking, when's the next batch coming out? We know that there was supposed to be 10,000 of these made. They say only 10,000 of these made. I don't know. I'm sure all 10,000 weren't made at the same time, but I could be wrong. Like wing bits and stuff like that. Those were kind of spread out a little bit. I wanted to see what the initial numbers and sales were going to be. Who knows? You can reserve your spot. That's on you. But if I hear anything about when they're going to get restocked, I'm going to let y'all know. So that's that. One thing I do want to say, if y'all caught my video last night, I did videos like 3 or 4 days in a row on this. That's how excited I am for this. If y'all caught my video yesterday, I was a little concerned. I did the video. It wasn't meant to be clickbait. It was more meant to be I don't say a warning, but just to let people know, I don't want to see people bash this project because they were unaware. speaking to some of the people in the X chat group that we have, some people from HQ were there and stuff like that. I mentioned, and I wasn't the only one. There were some people mentioned how Helium Deploy was not doing a good enough service telling people about some of the rules that go along with this project. Well, they listened, and I'm happy to see that they put this critical information in red that you have to acknowledge later. And I think I might have a picture of that. At least I did at one point. But basically, it tells people about the second law. You have to sell a certain amount of ENT, or if you sell a certain amount, you have to mine the same amount back before you can claim again. G to the leader. If you sell more 50%, you could be kicked out the project. If you're kicked out the project, this beautiful device now, it's just a paperweight on your desk. You'd have to buy another NFT at some point and another miner to get back into the project. So also an Entropy NFT will be required to claim the token starting in June and July. So until that point, you get this thing in, say like in 2 weeks, hopefully, you can plug it in, start mining, start claiming into your wallet. Just don't sell. Don't move it. Don't move it to another wallet. Don't do anything. Another thing is, I saw this last night, but some people asked me today, using on my code, I can't see who buys it. Joe Blow, Jane Doe, Chris Smith, no idea. But I can see how many people are buying. I have 3 coming. I'm going to have to create 3 more Phantom addresses, Solana addresses, Solana accounts. You need a unique Solana address for each device. So some of y'all out there bought 5. I know to increase the enjoyment of all miners, do not run more than 5 Ashlars per household. Apparently some people have their neighbors set up already, or their family set up already. Because I had one guy bought 8. Somebody bought 9. I don't know my exact numbers. I'm going to count them real quick for y'all in a second. But just to hit on this. So some people, maybe they bought some for friends. You know, I had my deep undercover reporter last night in New York who bought me one for me. No, in addition to the one he bought, and whoever's with him bought theirs too. So let's go ahead and take a look at the party, see how that's going right now. My guy's sending me some videos right now of a couple of different things. I'm also seeing some things in the Discord. Let's take a quick look, see what's going on and how that party's going tonight. Y'all know Bill. If y'all been in the Discord for a while, y'all know Bilbo. Bilbo has been in here for a good while. And you see now he's out here posting videos of the party also. First thing I noticed, it's some beautiful weather outside. You know, we had a gloomy day here down South Louisiana, not a lot of rain, but, you know, also A Wild Blocks has been posting several videos up, and let's see what he's checking in with. Here's another one from, and it's nothing. So that Ashlars are out there partying, ready to go, man. Ready to go to work. We got 2 more from Wild Blocks right here, posting a picture. Man, I don't know if I'd have my device in the rain like that. That thing's beautiful. Look, that is like the most basic, nothing beautiful shot. Like, I'm telling y'all, my plan is I'm putting this on my desk at work. I have to get a little Wi-Fi 2.4 network thing at my office, on my little guest network that I have, and I'm putting this on my desk at work. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna have one right here on my desk here, one on my desk at work, because this thing's sexy. I don't know how else to describe it. So this is his picture, and this shows you how beautiful the weather was. So if anybody sees a wild blocks, please tell him thank you for let me use those videos, even though he didn't realize it. But hey, they wanted Discord, so they're all for the same thing, nothing. So like I said, I have my deep guy on the cover. We can take a look at his videos real quick. So looking at all this, man, if this doesn't get you excited for this project, another thing I just want to clarify for those who might be new, who just learning about my channel, they've been talking about me all day in the Discord. Again, thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. That's like some of the best advertising that you can get for free. And I appreciate it. So those who are here, make sure also you like this video. I got Entropy tagged all in this video, description tags and everything. Liking this video helps Entropy and spread nothing around the YouTube universe. One thing I want to clarify, because there were some people who were even new into the Discord in the pencils. I think that's how you want to, I still call it, entropy. And that's always been the inside thing. My first video, I called it entropy instead of entropy. And it's kind of stuck and people make fun of me for that. It's a South Louisiana thing. But some people who are coming in thinking this is like a completely brand new project. Compared to maybe some projects, maybe this is fairly new. But this has been out for 8 months, at least as far as I know. I've been involved in it for, end of August. So 8-9 months. So this has been established for a while. This isn't nothing completely new. This token's been out for that long, almost that long. It's got some liquidity built into it. I have plenty of videos on that. I don't want to take this video and make this video too longer that I'd normally ends up happening. But for those people who are new watching this, don't think this is this is just a new step, a new stage, a new evolution to this project. Entropy 0 to Entropy A, which is Entropy for Ashlar. We're not using the ESP32s anymore. If for new people, but I got like a stack of these behind me right now. I just had to go on Amazon and buy me a new 10-port USB hub to be able to plug in more of these. I do have some other projects on some of these, but now also at least 2 of my Entropy Ashlars are going to need USB ports. So I had to buy 2 more cables to put them and get a 10-port hub because the one I have behind me won't fit it no more. But new people won't need these. New people don't want to dig a hole. Hey, you just have to go buy the miner, buy the NFT when it comes out, and they're mining. And at some point we're going to do a video because I'm having a lot of people ask me a video about selling Entropy but not getting in trouble. I don't know how I feel about that video because really the second law is all about not selling at all. I kind of want to swing that by the professor and some other people and see kind of how they want me to approach that. But I'm getting a lot of requests for that. So, it's kind of a touchy-feely type thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping that the commissions I made today, sometimes Helium Deploy pays them like in 24 hours. On Thursdays, I do a live. My plan is to take a portion of my commissions that I got from selling Entropy today. And my plan is to purchase, depending on where the numbers end up in, because not all of these get approved sometimes. I'm hoping somewhere around $200, $250 worth of Entropy. And I'm planning on burning all of it. That is my gift to this project. I will be adding that liquidity into it. Not that it's going to make a huge difference, but still that's $250 to $250 that I could be pocketing. But hey, that came from y'all supporting me, y'all supporting the project, and that's just my way. And look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got that idea from a a guy named, I'm going to try to pronounce it, Gobo Fraggle. He's new in the Discord, just came in, but he had a code, but I don't know if he even has a YouTube channel, but he said, hey, I have a code too. If anybody wants to use it, I'll burn whatever I make. And, so I kind of thought, man, that's a pretty cool idea to give back. So we'll see what my numbers finish up with, because right now they're probably not going to go up anymore because, again, Helium Deploy is sold out. I'd love to be able to be the big person and say, I'm going to donate all of it. But let me tell y'all, for those who have watched my channel, they're sick of hearing all my sob stories about my health issues right now. I need surgery. With insurance that we have, you got to pay deductible first. That's going to be probably about $2,000. I owe Uncle Sam. Even though I took all this extra out of my real job paycheck, I was taking out all kinds of extra in preparation for taxes with crypto and channel and my side business. And I still am $2,000 short. That's $4,000 right there. My son's truck starts messing up today. I see this awesome day with Helium Deploy. I'm like, oh, I'm finally catching up on some stuff. My son's truck breaks. Something happens to the electronics. It's not under warranty. $500. And I'm like, that's right. That's the grumpy luck. I tell everybody about the grumpy luck. There it is. Having blood pressure issues. I'm sitting there taking blood pressure all night. If I told y'all my blood pressure number, y'all literally would call 911 from where y'all are and say, go to that house in South Louisiana. That's why I'm not going to tell you what my number is. I took it early at work, and the nurse freaked out. Hey, today was a crazy, exciting day. I'm sorry. Let's just say it was triple digits on both sides of the slash. So it's been crazy. My life is crazy. But that's what it is. And I enjoy it. Look, I had fun today. I had fun. And I'm telling y'all, look, my son graduated high school Friday night. My son and I are very, very, very tight. He's my best friend, hunting, fishing partner since he was a little kid. I'm not going to choke up right now, but I choked up Friday night. Thinking about when I graduated, my grandparents and my grandfather that I was very tight with, and my dad, and my grandfather here, of course, now, but thinking about that and my son now, I choked up a little bit. But, even with today, it was special. And it kind of just, between the wing bits stations and people buying with that, I did very well on that. But this was even a whole different thing. Wing bits was spread out a longer period. This was like in 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. It was absolutely stupid to sit. My email server probably got clogged up with the amount of emails I got, because every time I use my code, I got an email. And I'm sitting here watching the Helium Deploy affiliate website and watching the support that y'all gave me. I'm telling you, it was humbling. I was giggling. People know what I'm laughing for at work, thinking I had a stroke because the grumpy old man in the corner is giggling. And it's strictly because I never had any idea I would get this kind of support. And I cannot thank y'all enough. I know I keep saying it over and over. I must have said thank you a bunch of times on Twitter, in the Discord, in several channels of that Discord, and several channels on my Discord, over and over, because I'm truly, truly thankful that I'm really not just making the ass out of myself. I really am helping y'all. And listen, I hope we all do wonderful in this project. I hope we all do wonderful in Wing Bits. It's no secret that these two are my biggest projects right now that I put majority of my effort into. Wing Bits and Entropy. And I hope both of us do, all of us do very well in both of them. And I think if we manage this project right, we don't trigger that second law, we can still withdraw a little bit without having the G to the deleter come and knocking on the door, unless it's the tax man, God forbid, or the Grim Reaper. Hopefully, if it's none of them, I think we can do very, very, very well. I want to just, without showing y'all too much, try to show y'all just some of the numbers from today. So trying to hide everybody's information, not that I can see everybody's information, but it has order numbers and, exact dollar amounts they paid. What you see right here from this whole list right here, which I think is about 44, something like that. This is just in half an hour of the amount of devices that were sold. This is just orders. But A lot of these are multiple devices. Some of these, the really good ones, people bought also like a Wayru device. Several of the looks like the Ether Edge. One person bought a Wingbits WB200 with it. So you can use my code for several things. Hint, hint on that website. But also, somebody bought the 3-pack of the Nubla weather station. Somebody bought a single one. So it was Ashlars along with other things. But right here, you can see I had like 45 or 50 orders alone. Let me see. You can see right here, I had 51 orders from in the first hour. 51 orders. You can see all these right here. This is all 12 o'clock. My time is when this went on sale. There's 2 or 3 underneath this because this goes down to 70. That's crazy. Y'all went crazy on this thing. So again, without showing y'all too much, as of today, if nothing changes, this is how many devices were sold with my code. This is over 10% of the total allotment. If that was the allotment, sold with my code. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not using this as like a bragging tool. Please don't take it like that. I'm strictly using that as to show you the popularity of this project, and it moved. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Again, I'm humbled by the support. Other YouTubers commenting in the Discord, supporting me. I cannot tell you the YouTubers who I leaned on in the beginning of this a year or two ago. Hey guys, how do y'all get the support of some of these projects? How do y'all get some of the testing devices so that or discount codes? And instead of these guys keeping that stuff to themselves, they shared those ideas with me. And to see them now commenting the kind things that they are saying, things that they're telling me that they told other projects about me and stuff like that, it's awesome. And I want to thank Professional Lambo, HQ, all those guys, Vice Commodore and all them like that, like for giving me the support and pulling me in this craziness. It's been a fun ride, but it's just beginning. This is just like, really, you can almost say it hasn't started yet. So I don't know what else to say, but thank you again to everybody. This really helps me out. It helps out the channel. It's gonna spread the word about the channel, and I can't thank y'all enough. So for everybody else, also thank y'all very much again, sincerely, for using my code today, and continue using it. Helium Deploy will have more of these devices coming out. My issue is I wanted to buy 5. It's on me. I forgot. I pre-mined 6 of the NFTs that we could pre-mint, and the professor kept telling me, Grumpy, you need to pre-mint more. And I'm like, no, man, I want to hold on to all my ENT. I don't want to sell my ENT for pre-mine. He said, trust me, you want to mine more. And pre-mint NFTs, you need more. So no, I got 6. I'm good with 6. I didn't fully remember the fact that 3 of those are going to go to my 3 ESP32s I have now. I thought I was good, and I thought I'd be able to use 6 on Ashlars, but I'm not. I got to use 3 on ESP32s, and now my other 3 pre-mints are going to go to my 3. I have 3 Ashlars coming. That's going to give me 6, and I guess I'm going to have to buy NFT with everybody else when it comes out for another Ashlar at some point. If I buy another Ashlar, I can mint with that or mine with that until that NFT comes, and we'll cross the bridge when it comes. But that's where we at today. I should have at the very least 1, if not 2, of my Ashlars on Friday. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Y'all know y'all going to see a video. Again, I'm hoping that Helium Deploy drops my commission stuff The other day, they dropped it in 24 to 48 hours. If they drop it in time by my live tomorrow, Thursday, I will buy my Entropy. My plan is honestly to help the project also. My plan is to buy about $50 more than what I want to burn. And just as another way of helping the project, because it'll be another $50 of liquidity, I'm going to hold that $50 Entropy just to show people that I am injecting a little bit of liquidity into it, put that in my wallet, and then the rest is going to be burned. And again, figure out a way to burn that live. I have to get the burn wallet, because normally when I burn, I just don't claim for an extra day or two. And then it just automatically goes. I burned a lot of tokens in my time. If y'all seen any of my previous videos, I had one cred that went months and months and months without burning. Months without burning. I burned thousands of dollars worth of Entropy. Did not touch it one time until all this NFT stuff started, and the professor said, quit burning, claim your stuff, get your NFTs, and I followed his directions. But I've burned my share of tokens, but because of this commission thing and to give back to the community, I'm going to burn it again. I don't repeat myself. I got to stop doing that. Look, I thank y'all again. Thank y'all again. I appreciate it. It means so much to me. And I can't put it in any more words than that. So again, Thursday night, tomorrow. Thursday night's my live, 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. If I don't have that commission just yet, I'll do a video Friday. Hopefully it'll be a double video. It will be an unboxing, setting this thing up. We have to get the app or something like that. And then also a burning video. We'll see. Thank y'all again. Seriously, I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.